Hi, I'm here with Steve Martin. Steve's an Australian Superbike champion. He's also a MotoGP and World Superbike rider, and in fact he's endurance champion with the Yamaha R1 in 2009. Is that right, Steve?
That's correct, yep. Was lucky enough to race Yamahas all throughout my career at various times, and then in 2009 when the first Big Bang bike came out, along with my team, we won the World Championship. So it was a great introduction to the Big Bang model.
Excellent. So you're very well credentialed to comment on this all-new YZF-R1 that you've tested today.
I've ridden all the models through all the years, from 07 all the way through. So I've ridden a fair bit on these machines here.
Okay, can you just give us a brief overview of the bike, of your impression of the motorcycle you rode today?
I'm impressed. I'm really impressed. I mean, when we were at the presentation last night, you know, the boffins were saying it's 10% lighter here, this, that. But everything they were saying was true. The fact is, the first thing that I like about this bike is it's smaller, it's narrower, and although it's smaller, it doesn't feel smaller because the dimensions on the handlebars to the footprints to the seat are actually larger. So they've made it suit a bigger range of people, but they've made it lighter and smaller. But if you're a track day rider, and this is probably the part that is the biggest difference for me between the 09 or the model before this and this one, this bike's got a lot more mumbo. This is very, very fast compared to the older model.
Right, 200 brake horsepower, 199 kilos wet. That's a pretty good equation, don't you think?
It is a very good equation, and it puts a smile on your dial. With the old model, it handled well, it did everything well, it was a good bike, don't get me wrong, but you really had to work hard. This is going to make life a lot easier on the road and on the track. The other thing I like about it is the sophistication of the electronics package, and when I mean say sophistication, it's actually quite simple because you don't have to do anything, you just sit on it and ride it. But the thing that it does do is it's got so many different aids on it. You've got traction control, slide control, wheelie control, ABS, everything you need to be safe on the road. But on the track, this electronic system is so good that it works well on the track as well. So it's definitely a step above the old model.
Yeah, what we're talking about in here is like a MotoGP spec electronics package for the average rider. So they can basically access Rossi Lorenzo level of performance. What do you think about that?
Absolutely right. I mean, this is the closest bike. They said in the presentation last night that this bike has got 2012 model GP technology, and that's the closest that any of the manufacturers, as far as I'm concerned, have come to delivering that sort of closeness between the actual race model and the road model.
Absolutely. Steve Martin, thank you very much for your comments.
No problems.